Ah, that sweet, sweet moment I told you about that you'd hate a world, and I knew you'd hate it, where Xbox and Microsoft didn't have anybody to hold them back. Remember I told you guys that this whole game that everybody was playing, where they were saying Xbox isn't competing anymore. You all look like clowns, especially the ones that are going to come to my timeline. I'm already seeing some of you JDs. You want to back away from this one because I will play the tapes telling me, oh, go tell them why Game Pass prices have increased. What's PlayStation going to do about it? Nothing. What can they do about it? Nothing. What can they actually use to reply? Nothing. They have no games. They have no value. Nintendo is sitting there running amok, selling nonsense, and you expect Microsoft to just look and say, what? I told y'all that we're saying Xbox wasn't here to compete, that they were here to dominate. Are y'all listening now? Where's that side PC I told y'all to build a year or two ago? Where is it? Are you late on that schedule? Go build it. If you're an Xbox gamer, I said this before, the biggest risk that you have, and thankfully there's an out, but the biggest risk that you have was putting all your eggs in one basket. Do you remember? Or do you want me to go back and play the tapes? You just let me know in the comment section. Let's go back and let's review. Because the PlayStation user doesn't have an out like you do. You have an out. You have a padding. You have a side hustle in this whole matter. And so I told y'all, I said Xbox Game Pass was in a place where it was already basically getting super long tooth, and I was already getting ready to back out anyways if they were going to go ahead and do this. And they've reached that point. Why would I want to give you $30 per month except it's content creator, funds? And you see, your favorite content creators, they already have their Game Pass subs till 2026 and 2027, NIB 95. So they're going to be laughing in a corner. And those ones that didn't want Xbox Game Pass in the first place are also going to sit here and posture to you like, oh, Game Pass isn't worth the value of whatever it is bringing. Honestly, when you calculate it, it still gives you a mathematical benefit with exactly what it is that they're saying or whatever it is that they're actually putting here. And you know what? They put this all front and center. And look, PC is hiding. They want you to actually expand it so you don't see it and get mad. Let me show you what Game Pass has to offer. This is why I told you to build your side PC so that you can escape the bogusness of what these console manufacturers are doing. You see, if Xbox, finally gets itself into the PC game, it's going to have to move differently. And it is already moving differently in the PC side. Now, don't be fooled. A lot of PC gamers ain't going to be giving them $16.99 a month, $16.49 a month. They're just dreaming. In a world of PC, we're going to give you $16.49 a month? All right. We'll see how that plays out. You never know. I already got my $10 a month or $11 a month average Game Pass PC cards ready to start popping them in there, and then it is what it is. Essential gives you 50 games, which is $9.99. It stayed at $9.99. Online console multiplayer, stream your own games, blah, blah, blah. Premium, interesting, 200 plus games. Xbox console and PC supported devices. New Xbox published games join the library within 12 months of launch. Stream games with shorter wait times. All of that fun stuff. Benefits for games like Call of Duty, Warzone, blah, blah, blah. Don't play all that. Don't bother me. Ultimate. This is for the rich guys. 500 plus Xbox games. Console and PC supported. New games on day one, including new Xbox published games and third-party games. Includes EA Play, Ubisoft Classics, blah, 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 blah. New games day and date on day one, including new Xbox. What are you doing on Game Pass on console if you don't like this price? I'm just appealing. I'm appealing to just that sense of, our humanity, where I've told y'all that it's not your job to make these companies wealthy. Let me go ahead and actually pull the receipts, because if I make this video and I don't show people, somebody might be new watching this video and say, but what have you said in the past, VG, about this PC thing and how console gamers should basically hedge themselves when these console companies want to go rogue on them? Here's receipt number one, where I made this video that I titled Xbox/PlayStation Couch Experience Drifts to PC. Now, I haven't given you guys, and it's none of your business because I'm the one who put myself in a position where I wanted to go ahead and, educate folk on what the possibilities were. But I haven't even given you the invoice as to what it cost me to take time out of my time to make these PC builds on y'all's behalf. And you know what was crazy is a lot of people threw this stuff in my face. Now, I'm not here to gloat that, oh, you see, I told you so. No, because the information is still relevant. And I understand that sometimes it's hard for people to take in things that are new concepts, right? And a lot of people like what they like, and they enjoy what it is that they're already used to. I get it. I do get it. You know, at the end of the day. But I remember all of this conversation pointing out here are different ways that you can set up a PC. This was 9 months ago. There was another build that I did. I think it may be this one here, which was about 7 months ago. You have to understand, these builds were not, I mean, when you actually add it up together, it wasn't cheap. You guys have to basically, shout out to budget committee of this house. If it wasn't for budget committee, y'all be sitting in the dark. And some people leverage that. They actually took my advice. They took my recommendations, and they went ahead and built decent gaming PCs at that time, as prices were very friendly for you to basically get in. They're still friendly at this moment in time, but you now have to be a lot more knowledgeable and savvy in this area to do this. And you know what, guys? I'm sick and tired of hearing about your plug and play experience, because this plug and play experience is getting very expensive. Because if you're going to jump on this plug and play experience, I'd hope that, you're willing to pay for it. Jay Diz, where are you, man? You came out here and said, Doc, go make a video about the 50% price increase in Gamepass. Jay Diz, go get yourself an Xbox or a PC and stop bothering people with your fake PlayStation proposition that is out there. You know that PlayStation's proposition is trash. You know that. Because many of us, like myself, I have a PlayStation 2, which I have more games on, I have more investment on, and I'm still here as a PC gamer telling everybody that that's where the proposition is. While you all were talking about PS5 Pro hardware, they were raising the prices for nothing. At least Xbox has some ground and standing to give its own customers a price increase. PlayStation's got nothing. In fact, the PC gamer is still winning, which is the wildest thing ever in this price conversation. So instead of sitting here and wanting to throw shade at Game Pass's price point, when you haven't added much to actually assist or help people in the conversation, I'd recommend that you, at this point, with all due respect, sir, sit down. Please sit down. Because this thing is so wild that, y'all want to come out here. Nah, you PlayStation fanboys, you have no ground here. You have no standing here at all. As we were doing the work on the forefront, trying to ensure that gamers would hedge themselves in the event that this was a thing that happened. Some people have already canceled their Xbox Rogue Ally X orders. Speaking with their wallets, I commend you. Do what you want with your money. Let it be heard. And those of you on the PlayStation side, you are in my sights as well, too. Remember when I told you that your fake PlayStation perception proposition was not going to do anything to stop Xbox from dominating, and they were going to eventually show their true colors because they're a huge evil corpo? I told y'all. I told y'all, right? I told y'all. I told y'all. I told you all that this was actually going to be a weird thing. So, what are you going to do about it, Xbox gamer? Is this the straw, or do you have a little bit more of it in you? And honestly, if you don't care, that's fine. Those of you who've built a PC in the past, and I not everybody has the means at this moment to build a PC. I'm not shaming you. Don't get me wrong. But those of you who had the means and you looked down upon it and you came at me like I was actually selling you something that I wanted you to buy, like I asked you to buy anything. I don't even leave links in the description. I don't even leave customer partner links in the description where I get a commission when you buy anything. I don't care. I don't want your commission money. That way you don't go back and start to talk smack about me. I gave you raw information and facts. Now that you have and you're armed with that information, what are you going to do about it? Search my channel. Look up Couch PC Gaming. Go all through the internet and look at the Turk box. The Turk made a build the other day on Twitter where he put the price list everywhere. Go make one. At this age, guys, we're millennials. Many of us are Gen Xers. And some of us are boomers. We're going to let these companies just walk all over us? Nah, that's not going to happen. You still may like Xbox, you still may like the proposition, but now you got to understand that, they're a business and you also, you're your own business. So treat them as you wish to treat them. And I'm sure from what I'm seeing in the comment section, it ain't going to be really nice on their wallets. That's just what I'm saying. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Talk to me in the comment section. Peace out.